Yo, yo, yo. What's the dealio, y'all? What's the dealio, man? How y'all feeling? You already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So check this out, y'all. We got the watch list, all right? Top of the week, we about to get ready for the market, all right? So y'all make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all get y'all notepads. Make sure y'all get y'all alerts ready, okay? We gonna go in. We gonna make this shake, all right? So if you guys are tapping in, be sure to like this video, okay? Like this video, y'all. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. All right? So it's Monday. Let me know if you guys are tapping in the comments. If you guys are here, let me know in the comments where y'all tuning in from. All right? And also like this video as you guys come on in. All right? So what up, what up? George, how you feeling? How you feeling? GG Mama. There we go. What's up, GG Mama? How you feeling? Yo, Pam, I know you ready to make it happen this week. What up, Ross? KD, KDHK, what up? He said, in dire need of this, we got you. What up, Doug? What's the dealio? How you feeling? QTZ in the building. You already know. Don't fold. What up, Perry? Yeah, we definitely gonna print some cheese tomorrow. What's up, Key? How you feeling? How you feeling? Dwayne, what up? Daily Bread, what up? How you feeling? Money Mike. Who else? Bakvi, Sa, how you feeling? Tuning in from Tampa. Shout out to Tampa, Florida. Life of Jaybird, what up, Jessica? Ross Moves, he said, I got the day off tomorrow. I'm trying to make it up in the market. There you go. You're going to do that for sure. All right. Committed girl, what's up? How you feeling? Doria in the building. It's Liz. My grandchildren call me Gigi. Oh, okay. Okay, Liz. What up, Liz? Doug said, I've been slacking, but I'm back this week. Hey, no slacking, man. No slacking, Doug. Come on now. Tanveri, what up? Cortez, how you feeling? Listen, y'all. So we got a big week ahead. Every week is a big week in the stock market. All right? So listen. Let's make sure we locked in this week. All right, y'all? It's going to be a big week. Okay? Saga Vision. How you doing, Saga Vision? So listen, y'all, if you guys are tuning in, be sure to like this video, all right? As you guys come in, like the video, get the likes up, and we're going to get it started, man. All right? So let's make sure we get this video to 250 likes. All right? 250 likes by the time we are off this live. All right, y'all? Let's make sure we get that popping. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go over the watch list for the week, and we also going to go over what happened last week as well, okay? Y'all already know how we do it. Y'all already know how we get down, okay? So, Daily Bread said, tighten up, Doug. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Doug. I'm telling you, too, I made a video. Tighten up, all right? No slacking over here, man. All right. Blackity Affairs, what up? Hope to purchase at least one contract tomorrow just to start the journey. Hey, you got that. One contract to IWM is 20, 30 bucks. You know what I mean? You got that. What's up, Joy? How you feeling? Doc, he said, I'm ready to whop the market. All right, y'all. So listen, let's get it started, y'all. All right. So check this out, y'all. So we got the stock market, man. If you guys are in the collective, y'all already know what the watch list looking like. We already been, having some conversations about what's about to pop off this weekend. But I'm gonna go over my watch list, and I'm gonna give you guys some setups. I'm gonna also go over SPY, the total market, and I'm gonna go over IWM as well, y'all. Okay. So first things first, I'm going to just be honest, and I'm going to say things are not looking the best when we're talking about from a bullish perspective, okay? Things are not looking the best. Things are looking like we're going to be coming down. So even if we go up, it could be a dead cat bounce, and then we could pop back up, all right? So I'm pulling up the charts right now, kind of deleting some levels and stuff so these charts could be a little bit cleaner so y'all can see what's going on, okay? So that's SPY. I'm doing SPY right now. Then I'm about to do IWM. How's everybody weekend been, man? If y'all been having a good weekend, man, put it in the comments. Let me know what's up, man. How y'all weekend been? Y'all been having a good weekend or what? Okay. All right, we're doing this right here. Boom, boom. On the daily. Okay. So he said type shit. Yeah, Doug, let's go. Let's go, Doug. What up, Reggie? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? Dwayne H. How you feeling? What's up, Angie? Hey, listen, y'all. We about to get started right now. If you guys are tapping in, be sure to like this video, okay? I'm going to give you guys levels. I'm going to give you guys actual game plan for this week for the indexes and also everything else that you guys are looking for. I'm going to give y'all my setups that I'm seeing as well. So don't be a stranger to the like button. Also, don't be a stranger to engaging and letting me know in the comments what's going on, where you guys are from, okay? I want to know where you guys are tuning in from. I want to know where y'all tapping in from, okay? Because in the future, when I start getting out, right, getting out into the world and meeting y'all, I need to know where y'all is at, okay? So make sure y'all let me know where y'all tuning in from, because the names that I see where y'all tuning in from, that's going to be the places that we start going to, all right? So let's make sure that y'all not strangers, all right? So like this video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments where y'all tapping in from, all right? So, excuse me. Pam said I've been studying. It's been a good weekend, man. You know what I mean? Had Ethiopian 2 days in a row. One thing I love is some Ethiopian food. You know what I mean? If you ain't had Ethiopian food, go get you some, right? It'll change your life. He said, yes, boss, got the car washed. There we go. Finally got the car washed, right? What we got? Same, cooling with the comedy show Friday. Okay. Hey, a comedy show is always a good time. All right. Dwayne H. All right, cool. So listen. Y'all. Let's get it popping, man. So we got SPY right here. So last week was a real red week. All right. It was a red week. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? He said Jersey in the building. Hey, listen, y'all. You already know what time it is, man. My name is is on YouTube, right? So listen, when we say my name, when we type it, man, you gotta type my name right. All right. So you know what I'm saying? That's just something. That's just a little pet peeve of mine. You know what I mean? Some people say it ain't that serious, but it is that serious. All right. So what up, Mark Quinn? How you feeling? But nonetheless, shout out to Jersey. All right. So let's go to SPY right here. All right. What up, First Ballot? So what happened on SPY? This is the daily. Let's go to the weekly. So look, y'all. On the weekly time frame on SPY, we got a failed 2 up. Okay. The last time we had a failed 2 up on SPY on the weekly time frame, look what happened right here. It came down. Okay, that was the last time. The time before that, we haven't had a failed 2 up in a long time on SPY. A long time. Okay, and the last time before that, it came down as well. So, we don't get a lot of failed 2 ups on SPY. And then the last failed 2 down after that, it was this one right here. And then it came down for 3 weeks straight. Okay? So for the last 3 failed 2 ups on SPY, we came down. Okay? We had one right here as well, but the next week we had it up, and then the next week came down. All right? But, so boom. So this is SPY right here, okay? So we got a failed 2 up on the weekly. Now we do have this area of liquidity right here where buyers have stepped in at, okay? Look, pay attention. It came up and then we boom, right? It came down, boom, right? Hovered above it, came down into it, boom, right? Came down into it 2 weeks ago, boom, popped up, came down into it, boom, okay? So pay attention to this area of liquidity right here, right? So he said, I want to double 50 and go to the beach after doubling. I'm in Cali. What's a good call or put option? So listen, 90s limit, okay? So let's real quick, y'all. He said, or she, I want to double 50 and go to the beach after doubling it. I'm in California. What's a good call or put option to get into this week? Now, let me just be honest and say that's a horrible question to ask, okay? I'm not being rude, I'm not being disrespectful, but I need you to understand your psychology is already you asking the wrong questions, right? You need to be asking, how do I trade? Right? You need to be asking, how do I understand a failed two up and a failed two down? You need to be asking, how do I understand the strat method? Okay? That is not how you do this. Okay? You are going to get absolutely obliterated in the market. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. Okay? The real thing you need to be understanding is how the market moves. Okay? Understanding what a retest means. Right? So make sure you join the Discord, and you also take the course that is inside of the Discord. Okay? Make sure you guys take the course inside of the Discord. We've been adding some new lessons inside the Discord, and it's gonna help people triple their money in 1 to 2 hours. Okay? So if you guys are not, be sure to join the Discord, because that is going to set you up on a whole nother level. All right. So yeah. So listen, let's go back, right? So we back to SPY, right? All right. Q teacher said, I don't ask for much. Just spell my, like the video, spell my name right. Real talk, QTZ. For real. Yeah, so check it out, y'all. So like I said, we got this area of liquidity right here, all the way under 675.53, okay? So we've tried to break below this area 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So we might be coming down now. All right. So this, okay, so we got 1, like I said, 2 and 3, right? So for SPY this week, let's go to the so boom. We're gonna go to right here. So let's go to the range. All right. The weekly range matters, y'all. All right. The weekly range matters to really be efficient at this game. All right. So your weekly range on SPY is going to be, the high is going to be 697.13. 697.13. That's your weekly resistance. Your weekly support is going to be 677.43. All right. So with that being said, your weekly range is a $20 range, y'all. All right. So we got a $20 range on SPY. All right. That's a pretty big range. Okay. So we got a $20 range on SPY. Okay. Pay attention to that. $20 range. Okay. The weekly resistance is all the way up here at 697. The weekly support is all the way down here at 677. Okay. So we're going to test the low, right? We're going to test the low of the week. Let's look at the daily. We have a failed 2 down. We're at an order block right here, okay? But we already tested up here and we rejected, right? Let's go to the 30-minute real quick. We already tested up and we rejected and we came down. Y'all see what I'm saying? On the 30-minute time frame, what does this look like, y'all? What does this look like on the 30-minute time frame? Let me know. Talk to me. What does this look like on the 30-minute time frame, y'all? Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments, y'all. Let me know what it looked like. Okay. Talk to me, talk to me. Okay. If we look at this right here on SPY at the end of the day, what do we got? Got a bear flag, okay? Boom. Boom. Okay. So we got a bear flag right there on the 30-minute time frame. So now let's look at this measure move from here to here. right? How far can this go down? Let me see. Where can we be coming down to? If we break below here, that'll put us right here at 674, and that's at this order block right here, y'all, right? So this is just, this is me going through my analysis. All right, exactly, bear flag, right? Bear flag. So this is me going through the analysis. All right, I'm giving you guys a full-blown analysis on SPY. All right, full-blown analysis on SPY. So with that being said, right, we just went all the way down to the 30 minutes. So on the 30-minute time frame, in the last half of the day, we got a bear flag that was created, right? So even though we came up, we rejected and then we came down, okay? And on a daily time frame, what did we create? We created a fail to down, but we had a lot of selling pressure, and that's why you can see the wick on this candle is very big, right? Look at that wick, right? That's a big wick. That's a lot of sellers right there, okay? So even though it's a fail to down, I wouldn't really, worry about it too much. So with that being said, right? With that being said, we're going to go to the daily. Well, we on the daily. So remember, we do have this order block right here, but with this measure move, we could be coming down to 674, okay? So now, yes, we could be coming down to 674. Yes, we could be coming down to 674. So let's do this. 77. And then the weekly. 77. All right. So what we're going to say is we're going to say puts below 677.43. Okay. For SPY tomorrow. And also on the week, because the 677.43 is the weekly support. Okay, so puts below 677.43, okay, which is the weekly support. All right, now I do want you guys to pay attention to this area of liquidity, okay? Buyers are in this area right here. So buyers could step in potentially, right? They could step in potentially, okay? Now, would I say calls above 697.13? Yes, but we would have to go all the way up, right, to 697. That's a $20 move. So let's go to the daily time frame real quick, and let's look at some rejection levels, right? So we're going to look at this rejection level right here. Okay. This rejection level right here, very critical. It's going to be 687.73. All right. 687.73. We may come up and retest 687.73 because we closed at 681. Okay. So we could gap down tomorrow if futures are still down, and then just start coming down. But when we start coming up, the price target is going to be 687.73. We have to test this area of liquidity right here, y'all. Okay. So whenever we come up, we're going to come here. Now, if we come up here on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, which is the first day of the week, then what's going to happen? If we reject here, right, 687.73 or like 688.90, and we reject, we are going to come down, and wherever the low is at, so if, let's say we hit 676, we come up here and we reject, we're coming right back down to 676, and then we're going to most likely break below that, and then we're going to sink, okay? So 687.73, if we do not get above this area, if we do not close above this area, we're coming right back down. So do not get faked out to the upside. Just because you see a green candlestick right here, don't mean that we coming up, okay? So make sure you guys write out these levels. I just gave you guys the weekly resistance, the weekly support. I gave you guys the weekly range, puts below 677.43, rejection level at 687.73. If we try to pop up and try to come higher, we need to get above and close below this level right here on a daily time frame for us to even be considered to really, really, really start going up, okay? Outside of that, we come into the downside for sure, all right? Let me know if that makes sense, y'all, okay? If that makes sense, let me know, okay? Let me know. How y'all listen? I just told y'all the puts level. I just told y'all. Why y'all saying puts below 680? If you want to take puts below 680.30, then go take puts below 680.30. If you want to take puts at if your support is at 679.83, then go do that. I'm looking at this, you guys, on the weekly time frame. I'm giving you guys everything, right? I don't know why 680 is your support level. I'm confused at that, right? Why is 680 your support level? You guys are looking at Friday, but what about the weekly? Okay, I'm looking at the weekly low. I'm not looking at the bodies of the candles. I'm looking at where's the lowest point of the week. All right. When I chart out my stuff, I'm looking at the wicks. Okay, I include my wicks on my levels, right? So keep that in mind, because if a stock can get below the body of a candle, but if it don't get below the wick, it could pop back up. I've seen it happen too many times, right? So, if you guys want to take entry off of what you feel like is your levels, then go do that. I'm getting on YouTube and I'm just letting you guys know what my levels are and where I'm at, right? So that's just what it is, all right? So what up, Best Beezy? How you feeling? Okay, y'all? So listen, that's the SPY, all right? That's my levels for the SPY. I go off the weekly highs and lows. I look at retest levels. I look at areas of liquidity. I look at my fair value gaps, and I look at my order blocks. All right. I do this every single week, and I also do this every single day right in front of all of you guys. All right. So, Firewater Divine Paradox. So, hey, Isaiah, some people gonna be hard-headed. Yeah, it is what it is, right? We all gotta learn the hard way, I guess. What up, Mark? He said, wick, yeah. Listen, y'all, the wicks. I use the wicks, okay? That's me. If you got something that worked for you, hey, do what you do, right? Because everybody has their own way of doing it. But, if we on this live, if y'all trust me, then trust me, okay? So that's where I'm at, right? I don't because here's the thing, I'm not in a rush to lose money. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna enter in before we break below and close below and retest a level. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna wait for the closure. I'm gonna wait for the open of the candle. I'm gonna wait for it to go in the opposite direction. I'm gonna wait for it to retest, and I'm gonna wait for it to reject. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna wait for everything that I still need. Okay? I'm gonna wait for everything that I still need to wait for, because I'm gonna be patient and I'm gonna be disciplined. That's how we get down over here. All right. Dwayne, he said, gotcha, appreciate you checking my levels and showing me where I'm not. Yeah, it's all good, bro. You know what I'm saying? And listen, y'all, nothing that I ever say, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be rude or none of that, right? Sometimes I just talk how I talk, all right? So y'all got to understand where I'm coming from, all right? I'm just focused on making sure you guys get the proper information, right, based on my analysis. So one thing is, don't be sensitive when you on my lives, when you listening to me, when you talking to me, okay? Because I don't mean no harm by none of it, all right? I'm just trying to help you guys out, and I'm a very straightforward person, okay? I'm never trying to disrespect nobody or be condescending or put y'all down or none of that. I'm trying to elevate y'all and help y'all get this money as fast as possible, as simple as possible, and as efficient as possible, okay? So that's where I'm coming from, so I just want y'all to know that, all right? There ain't no beef over here, none of that, okay? Oh, Max, she said I'm still Maxine. Oh, okay. So you changed your name. Where you been at, Maxine? How you been? If you guys are watching this video, man, be sure to like this video, okay? So I'm gonna need a couple things from you guys, right? I'm gonna need engagement, and I'm gonna need you guys to like this video and subscribe to the channel, okay? Engagement includes letting me know in the comments where y'all are tuning in from, right? Every single day I make videos to change your life, and I also go on live and I give you guys levels where you can make money with, right, in the market the very next day, right? So please, 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 y'all, do not be over here just watching and taking and that's it, right? Give a like, give a subscribe. Let me know where you guys are tapping in from. I need you guys to engage because on these lives, I feed off of you guys' energy. So the comment section, the chat section should never be dry on any of my lives, okay? The chat section should never be dry because you guys should be engaging because I'm literally giving you guys money every single day, helping you guys with understanding how to really navigate this stock market, all right? So just do me a favor, like this video. Don't be stingy with that. Let me know where y'all are tapping in from, all right? So, what up, Johnny? Westside, Miguelito, or Mimi Galito, what up? Patience, we ain't trying to lose money. Exactly, Forever Free. All right, Jay said, GA, what up, Substance? Samuel Trading, he said, Bama. Shout out to Alabama, man. Virginia, what up, Randy Dandy? I am the one who texts in Instagram. Oh, okay, that's what's up, Eric. What up, what up? Said busy cooking fish. There you go. That's what's up. Hey, shout out to what you said, Eric, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? So, like I say, we got TPC ready to tackle the market this week. You already know. You already know. Grand Rapids, Michigan. What up, Benji? So we about to go over IWM now, y'all. Okay, and I'm gonna give you guys all of the levels for IWM as well. Okay, I do SPY just because I know people like to trade it. I don't really trade SPY. Honestly, I don't really care for SPY too much. I rock with IWM on a daily basis, and we murder IWM. Okay, if you guys don't know, every week, every day in the market, we murder IWM like if I was to get a prison sentence, I would be getting three life sentences for capital murder on IWM because that's how we get down with IWM. All right. So yeah, look, we go crazy on IWM, y'all. But just some of my questions might be stupid. Just cook me, then answer. Nah, there's no such thing as stupid questions, right? Shout out to Dallas. J Sap said all Leos are passionate when they talk. Hey, exactly, J Sap. You know what I mean? Straight up. Said Memphis, Tennessee. Watching Strap playlists on your channel really helped me a lot in my understanding. There we go, Black D with IWM on Friday. What did I tell everybody? I told y'all if we reject here, you could take entry, right? The buying volume is low, right? Even though we coming up, okay? Look, it was up here, boom, right on Friday, right? This is at the tippity top of the day on a 30-minute time frame. And look what IWM did on Friday, right? Look what IWM did on Friday, y'all. Boom. Caught the whole move. All right, whole Discord caught the whole move. All right, right here. All from me calling this out right here. You know what I'm saying? Take an entry up here. And it came down, right? That was right there. And then it started coming down some more. And so many people banked on this move right here, okay? So be sure to come join the Discord, y'all. We trade IWM. We trade IWM every single day, and we get busy with IWM. All right. What up, Leave 95? You came early today. On the weekly watch list videos, I always do it earlier, and then on the weekdays, I do it in the evening time. So because today is Monday, but it's a Sunday because the market was not open today, I decided to do this early because I want to have a nice day. You know what I mean? So yeah. No, they would give us that chair. We doing IWM bad. I know, right, Doug? Real talk. All right, it's black tie. Okay, black tie. My bad. 100% on 146% on IWM. Okay. Listen. If you guys can't hear me, if y'all can't hear me, you got to go out of YouTube and come back in. All right. Go. Can you guys hear me? Yes or no? Can you guys hear me? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Can y'all hear me? All right. Can y'all hear me? He said it's working now. He said, yeah. All right. All right. Okay. If you guys can't hear, you got to go out of the YouTube app and come back in. That's what be happening. All right. So, all right. So we got right here. Okay. So like I said, IWM. All right. So on the weekly time frame, let's go. So we got another failed two up, right? But I want you guys to pay attention, right? Pay attention to right here in this area. It says Wi-Fi is trash. It ain't bad, man. We're gonna see how it starts to. But look, so we got buyers and we got sellers on IWM on the weekly, right? Buyers, I mean, we got sellers and we got buyers, and we got sellers, okay? So we have, we got a failed two up, just like you look at SPY, it's a failed two up as well. But we got a failed two up, right? What up, Masturbator? We got a failed two up, right? Now, this is very similar to SPY. We got an area of liquidity, but this area of liquidity is bigger than SPY's. All right, so right here, okay, we got this area of liquidity. Okay, that equals buyers. Okay. Now, this area of liquidity, right? This area of liquidity right here, y'all, I'm going to give you guys a price range. So this week could be a little tricky. Okay? The range is between 251.42 251.42 to 258.27. All right. So this is your area of liquidity area, right? This is your range. We have a $7 range where buyers are just sitting in, okay? So there could be a trap to the downside on this week, right? Or we could sell off all the way down here, buyers step in at the very bottom and then push that joint up, and then we could create a wick, okay? So pay attention to this area right here. That's the first thing that I want to say. Next up, we got the support for the week. What do we got? We got 258.39, all right? So weekly support is going to be 258.39, all right? And then your resistance is going to be 268.98. All right, so 268. Okay, so we got another $10 range, okay? We got a $10 range. All right. So who has noticed that every week IWM and the SPY usually have a price range that they move? Let me know in the comments if you guys have noticed that. Every week, IWM usually moves about $9 to $10, right? Every week, SPY usually moves, about $18 to $20. Okay? Like, have you guys noticed that pattern? Have you guys noticed that pattern? If y'all have noticed that pattern, let me know. Okay? IWM on average moves about $10 every week. Okay? From high to low of the week, it's usually about $10 range. Okay? What's up, Pete Bryant? So when you guys understand this, you can change your life when you start to understand these habits, right? of these stocks and these ETFs. So, so what's up? Email some else. Hey chat, find area liquidity, trade specific area, stop loss. Yes, exactly. So, all right. So boom, right? So we have an area of liquidity down here, like I said. I hope you guys wrote this area down. Okay. Buyers can step in any point in time. If we start to lose this area, we're going to come down, right? This is the weekly range right here. I wrote that out for you guys. On the daily time frame, what do we have? We have a little double top here, okay? We have a little double top here on the daily time frame, okay? We had this, and then we had this, right? So these are two tops right here. But what do we have? What is this right here? It's the top, yes, but watch this. We have a lower high. Okay? What does a lower high represent? What does a lower high mean? Let me know in the chat, y'all. What does a lower high mean? Let me know. Okay? What does a lower high mean? I know I'm taking some time today on today's live. I'm just taking time to really make sure you guys are educated, right? Because I be caring. So I enjoy, teaching. So just be sure to rock with me. Be sure to follow what I'm saying, okay? Bavik said, I meant 255 and 265. If between 255 and 265 we buy a call or put. Nah, it's way more intricate than that. Honestly, man, these questions sometimes they get specific, and that's not it. It's not that easy. You got to follow along with these videos every day, and you also got to watch my YouTube videos and just start familiarizing yourself with this, because it's not just that easy. Okay. Exactly. Downtrend, right? Downtrend. Stock is losing momentum to the top. All right, exactly. What's up, Christy Love? How you feeling? D Goods, what up? Bearish, exactly. Losing momentum, exactly. All right. So, like I say, we have a lower high, right? Trend change, exactly. A lower high. Okay. So, what is this right here? What is this right here at 255.07, y'all? What is this? Okay. Right there. Off this double top right here. Okay. What is that? What is this right here? Right here, this is going to be your neckline. Okay. It's going to be your neckline. So once we get below 255, IWM should really start sinking and come down to this order block down here about 247. Okay. But we do have areas of liquidity where it could bounce. So we're going to be cautious of that, and we're going to pay attention to that. But first things first, 255. So I'm honestly going to look for IWM to come down to 255 this week, because we have a double top on a daily time frame. On a weekly time frame, we have a failed two up, right? Yes, we have an area of liquidity down here, so buyers are sitting here, but it's been sitting here for a minute now, right? 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. So it's been a month and a half of buyers sitting down here and pushing the stock back up. So it might be time for it to come down now, right? And we're going to see this week if that happens. Y'all see what I'm saying? So that's the analysis like of a bigger, a bigger picture, right? So if we go tomorrow, right, all we're going to do is, so we got a bullish one bar, okay, but we got sellers and we got buyers. Pretty much equal, a little bit more sellers than buyers, okay, but we got buyers and we got sellers. So we got a 2-1 setup. So we're going to get a 2 up or a 2 down candle tomorrow, right? We're going to get a 2 up or a 2 down candle tomorrow. One or the other. right? So what are we going to say? I'm going to give you guys to the upside and to the downside. I'm going to say 58.34. See. Let me see. We going to say 58.52. I'm going to say puts below. I'm going to say puts below 258. 258.38, okay? Puts below 258.38, okay? Puts below 258.38. And what's the price target going to be? Price target is going to be the neckline right here at 255.01, okay? So price target will be neckline of double top, which equals 255. All right. So that's if we go to the downside. All right. Now let's say we go to the upside. We're at 263 right now. All right. I'm going to say calls above 265.18. Okay. Calls above 265.18. Right? Price target of 267.48. Okay? So, but let's go to the 4-hour real quick. Okay, so we got buyers and sellers right here, 259. All right, cool. All right. Boom. 2 hour. All right. So we could come up to about here and retest. But we're going to see tomorrow what happens. All right. But these are going to be your areas. This is going to be your game plan right here, y'all. All right. This is your game plan for the week on IWM. I mapped out everything. We got a double top here. We got the neckline at 255, right? If we get below 258.38, you enter in the puts. You can write it down to 255. That's the neckline. On the weekly time frame, we do have an area of liquidity right here that you want to pay attention to, right? And it comes all the way down to 251.42. So be careful of that right there. But if we get above 265.18, enter in the calls. You write it up to 267.48. You can take profits there. All right. If that makes sense on IWM, you guys let me know in the comments, in the chat. All right. Let me know if that makes sense, you guys. Let me know. All right. Support, lower high, then just come down. Exactly. Boom, boom, boom. Good, you sound better. Yeah. Appreciate that, Chrissy. Yeah, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. You know what I mean? I'm not, allergies ain't kicking my ass no more. I'm good. So this week, we're going to be good to go. Okay. So that's IWM. Yeah, we do got a gap to the downside as well, right? We got a gap, definitely. Okay. So, yeah. So we got a gap down there as well. So, IWM could really come down this week, but we need to make sure that we wait for confirmation. All right. Don't just be going and getting into calls or getting into puts. You want to be a sniper with this and you want to be surgical with it. All right. Let's make sure of that, y'all. Okay. So makes sense. All right, cool. Now, right, we just went over SPY. We went over IWM. Now, we about to go over the setups for the week. Okay. We about to go over the setups for the week. I just wanted to make sure that you guys had a solid full breakdown of the indexes. I'm just very thorough with what I do and how I do things. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys had everything that you needed. Okay. Um, so he said, I'm about to start calling you Sensei Fowler. Hey, man. That's funny. I appreciate that, bro. Listen, I just, like I say, man, I'm just thorough, right? I'm just thorough, and I just want to make sure that you guys, understand this, and you guys don't go in the market and get cooked. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I want to see y'all win, man. I want to see y'all win. All right. Does the size of the fair value gap show how strong that level is? Yes, because if it's bigger, then that means that there's more buyers, right? The area of liquidity is bigger, right? Some areas of liquidity are small and it's only like $1 or 80 cents, right? But some areas of liquidity are like $5, $8. You know what I'm saying? So that's $8 worth of buyers that's in there. And at any point in time that stock could bounce to the upside, right? So yes, absolutely. J.O., what up? How you feeling? How you feeling? Sensei indeed. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man, for real. All right. So, if you guys are watching this, man, be sure to like this video. All right. When you come in, like this video. Make sure we get this video to 250 likes. All right. I know it's President's Day. It's a holiday, but the market is opening tomorrow, and we are going to smack the market like it disrespected our mama. All right? We're going to smack the market like they just said some real disrespectful stuff, and we're going to get this money. All right? So, like this video. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel, okay? Every single day, I have not missed a day in over a year, right? If that don't tell you how serious we are over here, then I don't know what to tell you, okay? So be sure to subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments where you guys are tapping in from, okay? Is the indicator for liquidity available? Listen, I made a video about the indicator for liquidity. It's called Lux Algo. You go to luxalgo.com and you get the indicator, all right? So, with that being said, I appreciate that no extendo. All right. So what we about to do is, we about to go over my setups that I already shared with everybody inside of the Discord, and then we gonna get y'all on y'all way, man. All right. So the first setup that I like this week. Hold on. Do this. All right. First, all right. So, what up, Jeannie? Janine? Shout out to New York. Yeah, exactly. Lux Algo pays for itself, y'all. Like, real quick, man, right? I'm not saying that anybody is, but if anybody is afraid to invest into a tool that can literally make you thousands of dollars within a couple days, you got to assess what your mentality, right? Lux Algo has a trial, so you ain't even got to pay for a couple weeks. And that thing will really make you a lot of money. All right? Like, it will make you a ton of money. Okay? Between that and the strat method, you can make so much money, it's ridiculous. All right? So be sure to go get Lux Algo. I'm not an affiliate for him. I just believe in it. I use it every single day of my life. I've helped people make tens of thousands of dollars. I've helped people change their life financially, right? Through the way that I use it. So go get Lux Algo. If you haven't, it's a game changer. All right. So, So with that being said, like I said, we are going to hell yeah, Besby. Weekly gaps are definitely stronger than daily gaps for sure. Anything higher time frame is gonna be stronger than a lower time frame. Anything. All right. I hope you get paid for ads, as one just came on. Yeah, I get paid for those ads. Close said it's changing my journey for sure. Yep. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. All right. So listen, first setup that I have, right? It's gonna be right here. We got Starbucks. Okay. Starbucks. Savon, yes, right? So we got Starbucks. So when anything is on, you just got to get TradingView, okay? You just got to get TradingView mobile on your phone. It connects to your TradingView, and then look, right? You see how on TradingView, the fair value gaps and the order blocks are on my chart, right? It's not a separate app. It connects to your TradingView. If you have TradingView on your phone, then yes, it works, right? So, like we say, so we got Starbucks, right? I'm looking at Starbucks to the downside. Let's look at Starbucks. Starbucks. Look at them on a daily real quick. 3-2, right? Banger already. If I saw this on Thursday, 2 up. Okay, we got a failed 2 up. But on the daily, what do we have? We got another double top. Okay? We got another double top. I really been liking these double tops lately. They've been pretty easy to execute on. So we got here and we got here, right? Once again, a lower high right here, and then look what's going on. So with that being said, we got the neckline down at $90, right? It's down at $90 right here. It's the neckline. Okay. On the weekly time frame, right? We got this area liquidity right here. So best be, you see how it's the area liquidity here, but it's real small, right? So next area liquidity is going to be at $87. So I said puts below 93.48 on Starbucks, and my price target would be $87. Okay? $87 would be my price target on that one. If you look at this order block, we got an order block down at $86, $86, $87 as well. So I really think that with this double top right here, Starbucks could be coming down to about $86, $87. All right. Let me know if that makes sense on Starbucks. That's my first setup. That is my first setup. All right. Elegant Renaissance. Yeah, they do. Or she said, I'll start watching the ads to the end. Hey, J.O., I appreciate that. I don't even be asking for none of that stuff either. But I appreciate that. What time frame is best to catch reversals, bounces, or doesn't matter? Honestly, it depends on what, like, are you looking for a scalp? Are you looking for a day trade? You know what I'm saying? But honestly, the 30-minute or the hourly, that's what I like. I love catching the reversal off the 30-minute time frame. Okay? So, next setup, Pam said, I'm liking the Starbucks setup. Yeah. I like it too. It could come up and it could retest first. We got to see what happens, right? We could come back up here to retest at $97. If Starbucks comes up to $97 and then it rejects, that'll be a perfect entry for puts. And then you could catch it to the downside. It would become a wick. And then the body would start to come down, right? So we could retest that $97. So be on the lookout for that first, right? But that's Starbucks. Next setup, we got right here, we got Oracle. All right, the great Oracle. Um, let's look at Oracle, right? So on the weekly, we have a 1 bar. Okay, this is a beautiful, beautiful. Some would call it a bullish harami, but this is a beautiful setup right here. Now look at the daily. We have this area of liquidity where we bounced off of. Okay, so this is a bullish harami right here. Y'all see it on the daily, right? So 2-1, bullish candle right inside, right, and then it popped up, right, and then the weekly, it's the same exact setup, just on a weekly time frame. Right, so I'm expecting a green candle. Now, I would say that we could come right up to 186, 185, but on the daily time frame, we do have some areas of liquidity right here. So I like to be conservative. And so that's why I say my first price target would be 171.19, okay? And if we get above that area, then we're going to be coming up to 185. Now, are we going to come up to 185 this week? I don't think so. But from 160 to let's say you enter in at 165.29 and you ride up to 171, that's a $6 move. With some out of the money contracts, you could bank off of that. And it depends on what day that it does make the move to the upside. It could make it on Thursday. If you get weekly contracts on Thursday, then you could really make some real money. So it just does depend, okay? But, or we could come up here, 171, and we could reject. Right? Because this is an area of liquidity and sellers could step in and then we push it right back down. All right. So it's something to pay attention to. So that's Oracle. All right. On a weekly, I really like the setup. On a daily, they could, sellers right here could start to hate on it. But we got this order block right here at 181. So it looks like an inverse head and shoulders is starting to form. So we're gonna see, but I like this move to the upside on Oracle, especially after it was just at $345, and now it's at 160. So it has great potential to the upside. So I really like Oracle. I really like the setup. All right. So let me know if that makes sense, y'all. If that makes sense, let me know in the comments. All right. Are these setups making sense, y'all? Right? Are these setups making sense? Let me know in the comments, y'all. All right. Don't just be watching me. Right? This ain't no TV show. Right? You gotta use your brain. You gotta come engage with your boy. All right. Boom. All right. All right, so we got Oracle, and then we got Starbucks. Okay. We got Oracle and we got Starbucks. What up, Corey? How you feeling? He said, how long do we give the contracts? So the thing about it is, so these setups, you can swing them or you can day trade them, right? Sometimes it'll make the move on the first day of the week, right? So you really gotta like pay attention to market structure and how things are looking on a daily time frame, because you could get into a swing on the trade, and then it could look good, and then it could reject in the middle of the day, and then it could go the opposite direction, right? So with that being said, you could say 2 weeks, like, especially with a short week like this, you could just say next week. But I like to day trade these setups, honestly, because with how the market is right now, things are going up and down like crazy. So like most of my swings now, if it's not a long term, is 1 to 2 days, right? So if it's 1 to 2 days, I'm usually getting that same week's expiration date, right? But I like to day trade. Like, I'm really, really good at day trading. And sometimes when you really learn how to day trade, you don't need to swing trade. You get what I'm saying? Because if you could day trade off of a higher time frame and you can make 100% every day, 2 to 3 times, not including scalp trades, you kind of don't need to swing trade, right? Not saying you can't, but it's just like when you effectively learn how to day trade and you could close your positions out by the end of the day, these setups will more than pay you, right? So I hope that answers your question. Whenever I answer questions, I like to make sure that I'm giving you context and I'm not just giving you a direct answer, right? Because trading is not a this or that. It's not a yes or no, right? Trading is a very thinking man's sport. And so everything is subjective and it's contextual, right? No answer can be just answered in just like that, right? Everything depends. Everything, it depends on this, it depends on that. So I want to make sure that I'm actually giving you guys, something to think about, because trading is all about learning how to think, right? It's not about, hey, should I do this? No. If I say puts below $50, but the stock goes up and it rejects, then you could really get into puts at $54 and then come down to $50 and then it breaks below $50. That was the original entry. And you stay in the trade and then it goes down to the original price target of $45. So you could have got a $4 jump. You get what I'm saying? So I say that to say there is no blanket statement answer for any of this. And this is why I say you guys really need to join the Discord, because it's about learning how to think. Okay? You can come on this YouTube. I give you guys a lot of game and a lot of sauce. This is true, right? But to really be able to execute on this stuff and to, start really understanding how to think about this stuff, you need to get around people that are talking about it every single day. That way you can learn this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing, y'all, is trading is so contextual and it is not a yes or no thing. You really, really, really need to understand the thinking aspect of it and the scenario aspect and the if this, then this kind of thing, right? So I just wanted to say that because it's not 1 + 1 is 2 with trading, right? It's 1 + 1 times 3 divided by 8, right? In parentheses, times 2 equals 6, right? That's what trading really is. And it's so important to know how to think in this game to be able to execute on a high level, okay? So I just wanted to say that, okay? So yeah, good to see you doing better. I appreciate that, Corey, for real. Yeah, all we needed was some sleep, you know what I'm saying? Some sleep, some herbs, some tea. So this week we back at it. We're going to make it happen. What's up, Adam? How you feeling, bro? So my last setup for the week, y'all. I'm going to share this with you guys, right? It's going to be right here. We got AMD, okay? AMD is looking ready to sink to the downside on the daily time frame, y'all, okay? Let's look at it. Let's go to AMD. First off, the weekly. Look at the weekly, you guys, all right? On the weekly, we have a bullish 1 bar, but look at all these sellers, right? Look at all of these sellers right here. And we already rejected off of this area of liquidity that has sellers in it. So we came up, we rejected, and then boom, we came right back down, right? So puts below 203.90, right? Puts below 203.90 to the downside. My price target is going to be 190.73, okay? If we get below 190.73, then we could fill this gap right here, and we could come all the way down to 170, and then potentially even 164, okay? So AMD could be an absolute banger. If you look at the daily time frame, right? If you look at the daily time frame, look at this. It gapped down, came up, rejected, right? 1, 2, 3 days, boom, came down. So we might come back up a little bit and retest and then reject and then start to really come down, okay? So I'm looking at AMD to the downside for real, right? I like AMD to the downside a lot, especially when we're looking at a bigger time frame and we see that there's a lot of selling pressure, right? Like this right here. Yeah, Chrissy, another double top as well, right? Y'all see that? We got a top here, right? And then we got a top right here, okay? So we got a double top and a top, right? They rejected at the same place, came right back down. And we have a gap to fill down here, all the way down to 170, okay? So don't let that go over your heads, okay? Now, obviously, we do have an area of liquidity here on a weekly where buyers are existent, right? So you see how it came down here and it pushed right back up? These are buyers, right? These are buyers right here. So if we get below these buyers, the AMD could really start to come down to that 170. Okay, at least 180, at least 185. That's a nice move right there, right? So that's AMD, y'all. Okay, I told you guys the levels puts below 203.90. All right, if that makes sense, let me know in the chat, y'all. Let me know in the chat, you guys, if that makes sense. Because if that happens, man, it's gonna be lunch on some of y'all. I'm telling y'all right now. Some of y'all are paying for lunch. Okay? So let me know if that makes sense. Okay? Let me know. So what we did was we went over SPY in depth. We went over IWM in depth. Okay? And then we just went over Starbucks puts on the double top. We went over Oracle to the upside. And then we went over AMD puts on another double top. So that's, that's 3 solid setups. And in the Discord, share some more. And then we also have some lessons that I shared in the Discord as well. All right. If you guys are in the Discord and you guys watched the lessons that I've been putting in over the weekend, you guys are going to make so much money this week. It's going to be absolutely insane. I'm telling you guys right now. You guys are going to make so much money. It's going to be insane. If you guys are in the Discord and you watch the lessons that inside the course, inside of WAP, you guys are going to make so much money. Okay? Just know that. And that lesson is for you guys. All right? That lesson is for you guys. I ain't make no YouTube video about that or nothing. Right? I put it on a silver platter for you guys, and y'all just got to execute on that. Okay? Y'all got to execute on that. G Dollar, what up? How you feeling? Which one your favorite? What do you mean? Which one is my favorite what? High Self, he said, Mrs. Murder sent me here. Hey, shout out to that. George said, looks good. We're going to be eating good. Yeah, Adam. It's going to be a crazy week, y'all. Why said, and it's going to make me some dollars too. I know, you know it. You know it. Is AMD 0 day? No, AMD is not 0 days. J.O. said plenty cents. There we go. Telling y'all. High Self said, I believe you. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Listen, I just want y'all to win. I want y'all to make an absorbent amount of money, right? I want y'all to be able to be at work and be like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to go like this to y'all employer, I want y'all to be like, you know what? This is no longer serving me. Peace out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want, man. So my goal is to make sure that all of you guys are in a position where you can do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Which setup is my favorite? Um, he said that video was fire. Do you only use extended hours? I don't only use extended. Well, yeah, I only use that on my charts. Yeah. Which one is my favorite? My favorite out of these three, I like the Oracle setup the best. But if market sentiment is bearish and we start selling off, then that one might get blown up. I like the AMD one, but we do have a lot of buyers in that area. So, you know, if market sentiment is bullish, I like the Oracle best. If market sentiment is bearish, I like AMD best. But I also like that Starbucks. I think all three are very solid setups. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly like all three setups. He said, can't do that with a government contract, but I need to FU money. I feel that, Chris. I definitely understand what you're saying, man. FU money is really the name of the game. Right? FU money is really the name of the game. Y'all feel me? So, at the end of the day, I just want to see all of y'all win, and I want to see y'all win in a big, big, big way. All right? So, we got a short week this week. We are going to dominate the market this week, okay? This live was real chill today. I'm in a real chill mood right now. I'm just ready for the market to open up, so we're going to make it happen, okay? Elegant said, how can you gauge a retest? You just pay attention to the areas of liquidity and you just wait for it to go back up. I have a plethora of videos about the retest. Elegant Renaissance. Look at this, y'all. All right. I want y'all to look at this real quick. So one thing that I really recommend for you guys to do is the work, right? So I'm really trying to like help you guys, you know, learn how to like do the work and do certain things, and once again learn how to think, right? So check this out. Don't depend on me to just tell you the thing. Be like, yeah, this is it, right? I am going to, listen, as somebody who's teaching and educating, it's my job to stretch your minds, right? It's my job to make you guys work, right? It's my job to say, hey, pay attention to this. I'm not going to just give you something. I give you guys a lot of things on a silver platter, but there are certain things that if I've already given it to you on a silver platter, after that point, it's on you to really do the work, right? So, watch this, okay? Watch this, because you asked about a retest, right? So look, if you go to my YouTube, I had a video that breaks down what? Retest entries explained. A whole video about, and it's complete breakdown, right? Okay. And then I had another video a couple weeks ago about what? Break and retest with the strap method. Okay. If you go on my YouTube channel, I have almost 600 videos, 595 videos, right? Uploads, okay? And I have so much gold, okay? So much gold. So much gold, you guys, right? I give you guys the game on how I'm doing all of the stuff that I'm doing, how we are murdering the market on a consistent basis, right? I break down the strat like it's nothing all the time. Okay? So I really want to encourage you guys to do the work and go watch my retest videos, right? Go watch my retest videos, okay? Go on my YouTube channel and go watch these videos, right? Go watch these videos, y'all. You will change your life if you commit to watching my videos. I'm telling you guys, I'm not just saying this because I want views. I'm telling you this because this is real life. Okay? Because I say this all the time. When I was learning how to trade, there was not a YouTube channel like mine that existed. And I told God, I said, if you put me in position, I'm going to make sure that I give the people what they need. Because I know what they need. Okay? So it's my job to stretch your mind. That's how you learn. You don't learn by somebody giving you the exact thing every single time. You learn by learning how to figure it out on your own, and I'm here to help guide you do that. Right? What's up, Kelton? He said, thank you for lessons on. You already know, bro. Elegant Renaissance. I got you. Understood. Yeah, watch those videos, Elegant Renaissance, and yeah, you're gonna be good. Is there a video for how to find levels? Absolutely. That's one of the most basic things, so you know I got a video on that. Just type in my name, type in levels, support, and resistance. Okay? What's the bare minimum investment necessary, in your opinion, to make a profitable trade? I mean, $5. Yeah, $5, $10. It's not about, because if I put $5 in the trade and I get 10%, that's a profitable trade. Now, 10% of $5 is only 50 cents, but it's still profitable, right? Great videos and great Discord, y'all. Appreciate that, Devonna. Hey, Devonna, you gonna murder the market this week. I already know you are. Okay? Exactly. You could just rewatch these lives. 100%. Right? So yeah, y'all. I say all that to say, man, I really hope that you guys are utilizing my YouTube channel in the proper way. These videos sit on YouTube, right? There's no password, right? There's no nothing. They're just on YouTube. All you have to do is come back to the channel and go through all the videos. I've been putting videos out every day for more than a year. I've been going live every day for almost 4 or 5 months now. Right? So there's an abundance of knowledge and wisdom that you guys have access to. Right? And then if you join a Discord, that's a whole nother level. So there's no reason why anybody watching this video or watching any of my videos or anybody who subscribed to my channel should be making money in the stock market and should be becoming a better person. Because I don't just talk about money. I teach you also how to level up your life and your mindset and everything as well. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason why anybody should not be killing it in life. Because if you rocking with me, you're going to change your life. That is a given. Anybody that comes around me, I turn them up. And anybody that knows me, they know that. That's why people love me. Because I turn people up. When you get in a close proximity to me, I'm going to turn you up. You just got to be open to the things that I'm sharing with you. And these are facts. Right? Adam said, I know you're going places and going to be doing big things. My job is to set myself up for when you're not as available as you are now. I'm going to not. Hey, Adam, hey, that's a real thing, Adam. You know what I mean? Like one day, Adam is right? Adam see it. Adam see it. One day I'm not going to be as available, okay? You guys are getting something that is, it's like you guys are getting Palantir when Palantir was at $6. And some of y'all don't know to buy into it yet. You guys are getting Nvidia when Nvidia was at $10. Some of y'all just don't know to buy into the stock yet. But it's gonna be a day when my stock price was at $6 a share and now it's at $900 a share. And you're gonna wish that you took me more seriously. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Right? Just being honest. Adam knows exactly what's going on. He sees it. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give everything away before I get to a place where I'm just not so available, or, you know, people want me to speak and stuff like that. That's why I'm going hard every single day with high quality information, because I want to be able to genuinely help you guys change your life. I genuinely want that, right? That's why you guys get multiple hours of my day every single day. That's why. Right? Do you offer one-on-one? Yeah. Just click the link in the description. We got one-on-ones, right? If you want, go book that. The link is in the description. But yeah, I'm telling y'all. I'm just telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? So don't squander the opportunity, right? I'm not going to take any videos down off of YouTube, but as time goes on, I don't know what's going to happen, right? Things could take off crazy in a month from now, right? So it's like you got to really enjoy me while I'm here, right? And you got to really, you know what I'm saying, understand what's going on. So don't just passively watch me. I'm not somebody you could passively watch, right? I don't give you the same information every day. I give you guys unique, quality information, not just content. I'm not a content creator. I'm a dude who knows something, and I make videos on a platform that's very powerful. I'm not a content creator. I don't make any videos for your entertainment, right? I'm not here just trying to find a trend to hop on so that I could get views, right? Everything on this channel is authentic and organic, right? All of the comments are real. There's no bots. I'm not going on Fiverr trying to get views, right? You know, people pay Fiverr to get views on their videos, right? That's why this channel is so powerful, because I have not sold out just to get views. From day one, it's been real people that's been fucking with me and fucking with the channel, right? So, with that being said, I hope that you guys understand what's going on, even in the Discord. You guys in the Discord, we don't have 10,000 members, right? We got almost 500 now. Still manageable. I still talk to y'all, interact with y'all, right? But when my name is getting tagged every 5 minutes, I'm not going to be able to keep up with that, right? It's still manageable right now. And so, sorry, J.O. Hey, J.O., I need a pass once a month. That was my once a month pass, all right? But listen, if the Discord continues to grow, because it will, because it's the best Discord out there, right? At some point in time, it's gonna be just too overwhelming, right? And I'm not gonna be able to give everybody a reply and a response. So please, 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 you guys, understand what you guys are sitting on here. All right. We're making some real money, even with small starter accounts like myself. Yeah, people making real money. Real talk. How do you get to the lessons in the WAP? I have the course. It's in there. Thank you in advance. All you do is you go to your WAP account and you just click on courses. It's literally right there, right? Click on courses and all the videos, they pop up. Okay? They pop up. Okay? So the amount of time you give away unselfishly, that is not missed. We see that. I appreciate that, Adam. I appreciate that, Adam, for real, man. All right. Sometimes it may feel that way, but I just hope that you guys continue to, execute. I just want to see y'all win. Right? That's really what it boils down for me. I want to see all of y'all win. I want to see all of y'all get this money. And I want to see all of y'all change your life. All right? So if you guys do win, or you guys do have a win that has changed your life, then feel free to email me. You know what I'm saying? Share your testimony with me. All right? Best B said, it's been a year. Yeah, bro. It's been a year, man, from last February. Already cracked 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? Got a beautiful new opportunity in what you're doing. Swing trading, cracking 400% trades. You know what I'm saying? You doing your thing, bro. Like, salute, man. He said I was living paycheck to paycheck, and now I have a whole new trajectory. I have a new vision and plan. Yeah, bro. And it's only going to go higher, dog. You know what I mean? So you just got to keep God first. You know what I'm saying? Stay locked in. And just, you know what I'm saying, stay prayed up. Journal, write your stuff down, visualize, and it's all coming. You know what I mean? Just the beginning for you, best be, for real. I mean that. I'm speaking prosperity over all of y'all. All of y'all are prosperous. You know what I'm saying? Up Sky Tech. Appreciate that, Up Sky. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I really just hope that you guys take all of this, serious, right? Take my video serious. Don't do it passively. Take the Discord serious. Don't be in it passively, right? You guys can change your life, man. I don't care what you're going through, what you've been through. It don't matter. All you got to do is focus. And if you give me, you know what I'm saying, your energy, I'm going to give you my energy. All right? And then we're going to unite. And then we're going to be able to level up and help you get where you want to get to. Right? J.O., she said, I am gaining confidence in marking my levels. The more you say, the less you worry, really studying, and that will build my confidence. It's been less than a year. Hey, I love to hear it, J.O. Hey, I know that you've been locking in on that strat. Hey, J.O., go in the WAP course today and go look at that new lesson that we put up in there too. Okay? I'm telling you, it's a game changer, y'all. It's a game changer. I'm trying to make sure all of y'all watch it before this week starts. Because if you don't watch it before the week starts, what's going to happen is, and you don't watch it until Friday, you're going to be like, dang, I should have watched it on Monday. Because it's gonna make so many people so much money this week. You know what I'm saying? IWM will change your life. IWM will change your life alone. And we trade IWM every day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all. I just wanted to share that, man. Share some honesty. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling reflective. And I just really sincerely hope that you guys see what's happening. I hope that y'all see what's going on. And I hope that you guys are taking this stuff serious, man. More than anything, I hope that you guys are taking this stuff serious. I'm a humble guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real humble dude, but When I say we killing this, we killing it, we killing it. You know what I mean? I don't have anything to prove to anybody, but I'm not a materialistic person. But if you're able to see and recognize what real value is, I highly recommend you guys to, uh, you know, take this serious. Come and join the Discord. Come learn to trade how we trade, because this could change everything within you. It could change your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean that sincerely, right? Sincerely. Isiah giving health, wealth, and spirituality to the group. Fact, yeah. Real talk, y'all. All right, every single day. I was down bad last week, right? But I had to hold it down. You know what I mean? What we do, we showed up all last week and called bangers. All while I'm brand new to Houston, right? Allergies going crazy, right? But what we do, we show up anyway, right? Got to show up for the people. Got to show up for the people. And what happened? People had some of their biggest weeks last week. This weekend, I'm like, man, I got to get some rest. But look, let me go put these lessons in walk real quick. Let me make sure the squad is set up for this week, right? Let me make sure the squad is set up for this week. Boom. Did that. Everybody ready to go. You know why? Because I take this serious. I take y'all's success serious, man. Feel what I'm saying? This is a way of life. Because when we look up December 31st, 2026, it's going to be a whole lot of money that was made. It's going to be a whole lot of people that changed their life. It's going to be a whole lot of people that changed their life. But the only people that change their life is going to be the ones that locked in and that focused and took this serious. That took this serious. Right? I don't do this for YouTube. I don't do this to say I'm a content creator. I do this to change lives and make a real impact in people's life. Right? That's why I do this, man. So I hope that you guys really lock in, man, and you take this stuff serious, because it's not a game out here. Okay? So, with that being said, y'all, I'm going to hop off. I hope to see everybody in the Discord tomorrow morning. We're going to make this money. We're going to hit the market. We're going to make it happen, all right? Like I always say, make sure you get up out your head. Go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live, all right? And like I always say, y'all, and I want y'all to say it with me, man. The more you study, the less you worry, man. All right? Listen, y'all have a great day. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. All right? I'm going to see y'all in this video. In the Discord as well, okay? KP said, remember this live. Real talk. We're going to look back on February 16th on this live right here, and we're going to see who is serious. We're going to see who locked in from this day. All right? We're going to see who locked in. All right? So y'all have a great day. I'm going to holler at y'all. All of y'all stay smooth, man. Peace.